This is the diet that lets nature write the menu. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're speaking with Chef Jeff Crump about seasonal eating and his book, Earth to Table. What is the idea behind Earth to Table?
A celebration of good food. Ultimately, that's the goal. That's what we were trying to do. We wanted to bring the best possible produce to our restaurant. That meant seasonal and local when it comes to tomatoes and any kind of artisan food.
So can we kind of compare it to the 100-mile diet?
The 100-mile diet is an extreme version of what we do. We're foodies first. We love food, and the original reason was to source out the best tomato.
Why do you think eating locally is so popular right now?
Because the alternative is really unappealing. The food that we eat, generally speaking, fast food and conventional food, is boring. It's not healthy on so many different levels.
Do you think it's a fad at all? Do you think people will move back to processed?
No, it's definitely not a fad because conventional food is unsustainable. We're gonna come to a point where it just can't happen anymore.
Now, obviously, you're from Ontario and their winters are pretty harsh. What do you do in the wintertime in terms of vegetables and stuff like that?
First of all, we preserve food. So we pickle things, but a very simple way to preserve food is to freeze it. All the cellared vegetables like parsnips, carrots, potatoes, apples, those are all throughout the winter time. And then we make charcuterie, which is sausages, hams. A regular consumer could just search out food artisans who, make the types of food that are preserved. And also, that's when you start importing.
So what would be your number one secret to eating locally?
The number one secret is learning how to cook. I think if you don't know how to cook, you are a slave to convenience food. And you don't have a choice. You go to your local grocery store and they tell you what you can eat because you can't go to the vegetable or the deli or the meat counter. You have to go to the center where everything's made for you. People say that eating locally and organic is more expensive than eating convenience food, but 2 potatoes cost 60 cents and a package of mashed potatoes costs $4. So it actually is cheaper. With an asterisk, you have to be able to cook.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.